On the past weekend, the 3rd and 4th of February 2024, in Panama City, in the Republic of Panama, there was the second gun fair in the Club de Tiro de Balboa, basically in Balboa Gun Club. There, this fair was aimed at the end customer, so at the people, at the civilians who intend to buy guns. And in this video that I made, I can show you what is available in Panama and what are the asking prices that the gun shops are offering, as they tried obviously to sell some guns in that place as well. We have various places. I think here they're offering food. This is the Gun Authority, and this is the union of Panamanians who own guns, like the club, the gun, like basically Panama's NRA. And we are going to check what guns they are offering, because this is, as said, this is for consumers. We start off with the official importer for Sig Sauer. They are offering, as you can see, a fair variety of different Sig Sauers. Most of it will be Sig Sauer P320. There are some P365, and there might have been one or two 226. I am not completely sure, but as you can see, Sig Sauer has a massive offering, and they have at least a fair amount of those with them. Here we see in the background on the top left, this is the MPX, the PCC in 9mm Parabellum in full 16-inch. Below it is the Sig Spear in 5.56, and below it is the M400 in 5.56 as well. Basically Sig Sauer's AR-15. On the right side we have the Sig Cross bolt action. They are, I think, exclusively in 308 or 7.62 by 51. I don't think they are being imported in any other caliber. Generally, they are available in 6.5 Creedmoor, for instance, but as far as I remember, they are not importing those to Panama. And here we have an example for the prices. There you can see them. This, for instance, let's look at that FDE P365 compensated. It is at $1,700, so you have some overview of what they are asking for. Obviously, there might always be some way of negotiating if you're capable, but that's at least their asking price. And here's some other prices into it. And now we are going to El Cazador. That is the importer for Mossberg, Smith & Wesson, Benelli, Maverick, and others. They are the official dealer for them, importing them and do some reselling. And I had to recut that video to put that in because the owner is actually a friend of mine, the manager. And I didn't mention his shop, and I think it was the only shop I didn't mention. Here we can see the Smith & Wesson, basically the pistols and revolvers they are offering. I think there should be a Mossberg in it or two, and you can see some Sig Sauer. They are reseller for those as well, and you might see the prices. B is Balboa, but Balboa is basically dollars, so that M17 is at 1,400 asking price, what they are offering here. Here we are now seeing the PCCs they are offering. We have a FN PS90 in 5.7 and then some CZ Scorpion, and this is an MPX-K, all of them in 9mm. Those are the ones they're offering as well. Here we can see one of their match pistols, a Sig Sauer, awesome grip stippling, and the asking price for the DH3 here is $2,800. Here we have now a look at the rifles they are offering. We have some shotguns in the foreground. Mossberg here, that should be a bolt action from Mossberg as well. And you can see in the background there seem to be ARs as well. And on the other side we have several ARs, a Scar, FN Scar, and that should be a Sig Cross, a Daniel Defense, and the rest should be Smith & Wesson, if I'm not completely wrong. By the way, you can get SBRs here without any problems, and you can even get military and law enforcement versions from Smith & Wesson, as long as they are semi-auto. Now we are on the other side at Sniper Country, the local dealership for Canik. They only sell Canik pistols and another brand of Turkish shotguns. You have examples here of what they are offering. with the prices that you can see for yourself. As said, like Panama is significantly more expensive. Guns are significantly more expensive. If you're lucky, you can get it roughly for 150% of the US MSRP, but depending on scarcity and other circumstances, it can go significantly higher than this as well. And we see the different versions here, from carry versions to tactical versions, and now in a moment we'll see their the rival versions. Those are for competition. And of course, they're also offering my personal favorite from Canik, the Elven Dagger, which is a limited edition that was reduced here. I have a video about this gun on my channel. I'm going to link it to you in this moment. The dealership is also offering shotguns and bolt actions from Ata Arms from Turkey. As you can see, some Turkinelli versions that are available here, and the bolt actions, all of them again in 308, and the shotguns in 12 gauge. You will have some difficulties finding. I mean, there are some other calibers than 308 when it comes to the bigger rifles, but most of it is 308. Here we are at Top Gun Panama. They are offering a GSG MP40 clone. It's from German Sports Gun, a clone of the MP40. We have a FN Scar, we have a Steyr AUG, and a FN PS90 as well from them. Here we can see their pistol assortment, their handgun assortment. I think that's a Desert Eagle. We see some Sig Sauer, some CZ, some Glocks. Somewhat limited in overall, but basically some variety at the same time. There were also companies offering some services, like here, for instance, Cerakote for handguns, and they also sell safes. We see Liberty safes here, but obviously they kind of have ruined their reputation recently. And in that context, there is obviously the need for security if you have these many guns. I met the range master, and as I know him, I talked to him quickly, and he was accompanied by this member of the National Police. It's one of the Lynx units, Lince. Those are basically those guys who go after real criminals, so they won't care if you go 10 kilometers past the speed limit, but if you're in trouble, they are the ones coming to help you. Two guys usually on an off-road motorcycle, and the back guy has a submachine gun in this case, and I think it's the standard setup right now. They've switched from MP5 to the Chris Vector in 45 ACP, and on his hip should be a Glock 17 if I'm not completely wrong. As you can see, they are just using the regular shooting places basically where you can do training, and they are just setting up tents in there to do during the fair, and obviously some coffee can't be left out as well. One of the other dealers in place is the dealer for Beretta and Walter. They also are the contract dealer for Rock Island Armory and another dealer for Benelli, as you can see with the M4 in the background, which is an actual Benelli, not a Turkinelli. The dealership that is Panama Shooters is also offering some rifles and shotguns. Here we see the shotguns and a bolt action on the other side. We are on our way to Panama Guns, the dealership that represents CZ and Ivy in Panama, Israeli weapon industries. We see a CZ Bren, a Scorpion, some pistol caliber carbines. We see on the left that should be CZ 600. I'm not completely sure. They are not just working with those two brands, but also with wholesalers. So they have a bigger variety. We see some FN here. We should see a Glock or two somewhere. CZ's Shadow 2, for instance, Masada from Ivy. So a variety of different pistols from various dealerships, from various producers, and in a moment we see some more AR-15s they're currently offering. Among them, for instance, the Springfield St. Victor, if I'm not completely wrong. We are at Mystery Arms now. As you can see on the logo, they are focusing the local Chinese minority as their target groups. I don't think they import themselves. They are just resellers, and they are offering a variety of pistols and some semi-auto rifles, as you were able to see in the background. Here we have the gun store They are offering some Turkish shotguns here, and they are the local dealership for Kalashnikov USA and for Springfield. With Kalashnikov, they only have the shotguns, as the semi-autos, PCCs, etc. are not allowed to be imported to Panama. And right now we see their pistol offering. We see various 1911s, Hellcats, etc., the regular pistols, where they are the local dealership and representative. Here we're seeing their shotgun offering. Interestingly enough, they have a lever action shotgun. I didn't even know that exists, but they're offering that as well. We're now at Parabellum. They are the local dealership for Ruger, Tisash, Carr, Henry, Desert Eagle, and 2 or 3 other companies. And there you can see the prices if you pause the video, what they are asking for the various guns they are offering here. But they are also not just offering handguns, they are also offering some bolt action, some shotguns as well. We are now coming to their Keltex that they have, 12 gauge, and some optics, mostly or exclusively from China, that we see here, even though there was Bushnell, and some shotguns. We are now at the American Gun Shop and Range. They have a shooting range at 25 meters for pistols, where you can train, and they are offering, they are resellers for a lot of guns from Panama that they buy locally. We see some shotguns here, but they are the importer for RX, which we see in the foreground, so you can get an RX Delta from them if you want to. Bersa, the Argentinian gun company, also has a local representative. They are currently supplying the Argentinian army. The second gun from the left that is pointing away is the current Argentinian army pistol. The other ones are all the same model in different color variations that are being offered here. And in the outermost right position, you see the Bersa Thunder in 380 or 9mm Kurz. This is a clone for the Walter PPK, but with 15+1 rounds in a double stack magazine. Scarlett is the local importer for Taurus. They import from Brazil as well as from the US, as far as I understand, and they're offering other guns as well that they buy from wholesalers either in Panama or abroad, I'm not completely sure, as well as some Turkish shotguns, some PCCs, etc., as you can see in the background. And special for Panama, you could also try out the guns here on the shooting range. And of course, if you got hungry, you were able to buy some food locally. This was Mexican food. I haven't tried it, so I can't say how good it was, but at least it looked amazing. And those were some impressions from the second Balboa gun show and the Club de Tiro de Balboa in Panama City in the Republic of Panama. Now, the rifles over the caliber of 22 LR that are semi-automatic are no longer going to be imported, so we are only talking about what's left that is being sold right now. The availability will shrink further in the future. If you're interested in something about gun culture, guns in Panama, etc., don't hesitate and write a comment and write what you thought about that video and about the items that were shown. Leave a like if you like this video. It really helps with the algorithm. And if you're new here, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. This is Hoplophile, where we like guns and thus will do videos accordingly. And I thank you for watching, and until next time.